thank you to our sponsors. In the bottom left starting location, we have our Zerg player, Kenny Macrowell. This game, he is
Azubu Sleep.
in the upper right. Will he show us some more unique, fascinating strategies this time around?
CJN2 Spyong.
His name looks better with one capital B and one lowercase b than
Gotta
with two
agree.
lowercase b's.
Gotta agree.
Yeah. I'd complain about that if I were him.
You already did. You're just not him.
That's true. Wait, I don't see him complain about it.
Why would he complain about it? He has control over his own name. Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Quiet tastes.
All right. So, we got the drone now checking, as he has every single game. This guy does not want to lose to a proxy.
Yeah. It kind of almost feels like he practices a lot on the ladder against GC players, the amount that he drone scouts, more than...
Yeah, normally you have like 1 or 2 games you're going to check everywhere, and then you're just going to go.
Well, he's playing safe, and I say I like it, is fact of the matter, Tasteless. Who wants to be proxy racks? Forget that.
Yeah, I mean, if you have this great mid-game, end-game strategy, and you got to give up a few extra minerals just to know for sure that you're not going to have all that taken away from you, and you're not going to be able to present yourself as the player that you think you can be. Yeah.
The Tosis does that.
Oh, Artie McTosis does that.
Oh, yeah.
He does that.
He doesn't.
The Tosis is more like the Gnosis, as in he checks around the map so he knows if he's being proxied.
Tosis knows the mostest.
Yeah.
So dumb. Okay. Really quick gas once again. Reaper opening.
Yeah. And with the Reaper out here now, this is going to allow this Terran to just make absolutely sure that they can keep the Zerg in check for the early parts of this game. So Byung not going to go with that same starting build that he's used.
He doesn't want the, the Baneling type play happening again, the mass Zergling Baneling that Sleep has shown many times so far today. He's already shown it twice, so he's actually shown it 3 times so far today. So that's definitely something he's mixing in a lot.
Whoa!
No way.
Should have lost some weight, Reaper.
What
he couldn't fit through there.
That I can't believe he caught the first. Throw some pennies in this nerd. He's a fountain at the mall.
What?
Remember earlier you said rub this nerd's belly, he's a Buddha?
Oh, wow.
It's like another lucky thing. I wanted to have my own too.
Oh, man. Oh, Artosis.
No, that was a really smooth move, the way he trapped that. So,
well, I like it.
That was pretty fantastic.
He utilized the surface area around that spine crawler.
No, it was awesome. So that's really painful to lose one of those Reapers. There's no excuse, Tasteless.
Okay, we have that Reaper moving out now.
Really solid scout from this Overlord. Going to see the third
guys. I can't emphasize how bad it is to lose that first Reaper. It's like so just. You're not supposed to ever have that happen. There's no real excuse for it.
Yeah,
the Reapers should be able to harass the drones, do some damage, scout, and get out.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you want to do. Well, we'll see, man. I think he's still fine. He's playing pretty greedy here. He's still going for enough Hellions, though, that he should be able to see any incoming crazy attacks.
He'll use those Hellions to try to control the creep. That's going to be on this map. Now, this map is interesting. That third actually not well connected at all to the second.
Yeah.
And then the fourth is like way out there, and then the fifth base, it's like it's actually on the fifth base is on another map. Somewhere else. Like
it's on a different map.
It's in a different game that's going on right now. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like it actually looks like Sleep in the final game of tonight is going to probably be going for a very macro-oriented game. He's not mining like a lot of extra gas. He's getting his double evo. There you go. That's something that this is another build that we've seen him do several times tonight. So he's just getting ready for that long macro game. He feels like he can get it done on this map. And well, unfortunately, no BC strat.
I'm kind of bummed, honestly.
I'm a little bit bummed.
I mean, I know that, like, yeah, it's Byung's like
Slightly
future
disappointed.
is at stake, but I'm like, man, I really like that cool strategy. What exactly is going to do from here?
Well, from here, he's going to continue harassment a bit. That's all the Hellions we're going to see, though. He has.
Okay, wait. Two Reapers coming up here. Nope, they are pushed out. And, you know, with the Reapers together here with the Hellions, this is a great opener for this map. You're really able to actually harass them effectively.
Well, you know what? Right now, we actually have the upgrades pretty much timed out together. And wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, no. It is like really super heavy macro play from Byung as well. So yeah, this is gonna go pretty long, Tasteless. We're gonna actually see who out of these guys in like a very standard, the type of play that you see all the time, where you know it's Lingbane Muta going up against Marine, some Marauder perhaps, Medivac, Widowmine, and it's kind of this battle at 2-2 while Terran tries to get 3-3 and kill the 4th of Zerg. That's what we're gonna.
Well, you know what I'm wondering for this is Sleep going to be able to macro as well as he's supposed to be able to macro?
Yeah,
he couldn't spend his money in the last games we saw, in the last series we saw with him in.
It's the hardest thing in macro is definitely Lingbane Muta. There's no question about it. It's so micro intensive, and it uses the most larva of any strategy. So, well, I guess if you don't make mutas, it's only Ling, but that's a bad strat. Only Lucira can get away with that.
It's true too.
Yeah. So, you know, we'll see how good his macro is. I would really love for him to just say, okay, I'm getting an extra hatchery, one extra hatchery, because that can make all the difference in the world, where suddenly that helps you use up Queen Energy a lot quicker when you start missing them a little bit. And that little boost can give you so many more units.
There's different little holograms here. We're going to see the Stalker one.
Was that a science vessel?
Was it?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm not sure.
Maybe, or maybe I'm just lying, and now someone's going to go check.
Someone's going to load up the map, sit there and check.
Someone watching the VOD tomorrow, which is now for them, weird, is going to rewind. And maybe they rewound before I said that, and then they went back and they're like, oh, he knew all along.
I do love you know, what you can do with the map editor here in StarCraft 2. Some of these maps are so gorgeous. Like, you know, the corners of them, the way they set it up, it's so cool.
It's very true. I'm loving it as well. Oh my god, I really like what I'm seeing from Sleep right now. He's adding so many spore crawlers all at once because he knows that these drops are about to come, and he's completely right. The drops are going to be on the way very shortly.
And that'll allow him to soak up all the medevacs and then put Byung in a bad position. Sleep is really good.
I like his play a lot. I think he's just such a smart player. He's already got his Baneling speed going. His 2-2 is about tied with Byung's 2-2. His creep spread's looking solid. You know, he's got enough spotters around the map that he kind of sees where everything's coming from as well, which is very important.
Okay, he's hitting the rocks over here trying to open this up. And you can see right now, Sleep is trying to get in a good position. There's not a lot of creep here, so these Banelings might not be as effective. Nice kiting here by Byung.
Ooh, didn't expect that, and he actually gets the Widowmines there, and without Widowmines, this is going to be very difficult. Does roll in, is starting to kill off all of these Hellions, and Byung is actually going to have to get out of here.
Nice job there. You know, I was worried from at first because, like I said before, there was no creep down there. You can see that Overlord's trying to drop there just to get something over there. Now the drop is also coming here with 2 medevacs now, headed over here to the bottom left. Let's see if the medevacs can drop and get out, because I don't think they're going to be able to do much damage here.
No, he's got units everywhere. Zergling's up the main. Zergling's down at that 4th base. The creep spread is basically connected all everywhere. And yeah, Byung not really getting the damage that he wants, but here we go, another frontal attack coming into this 4th base. Baneling's actually doing okay connection so far.
That medevac now very low in HP, dropping over here in the upper left. And meanwhile, an attack over here on the 4th. I spoke too soon, now dropping over here into the bottom left to the main. But mutas are now out, which is going to mean you can punish medevac drops very easily.
These drops being taken care of. This, I kind of like this one up into the main base. He doesn't have a lot there, but the Zerglings get up so quickly because of the nice creep spread. In the meantime, that 4th base being attacked again, but cleaned up. Sleep he's keeping up pretty well.
And here's the thing: is he just keeps defending like this. The creep spread's already to about halfway across the map. Remember, Terran has a hard time getting to 4th base on this map. If he just holds on, defends, he could actually just starve Byung out.
He could. One thing I'm very scared about for Sleep, though, Tasteless, is it's starting again. Every time I check the production tab, he's going down to 0 larva over and over and over. You watch someone like a Sulky or maybe a Symbol, you know, just someone really known for having very good macro. You'll see like 34 to 40 larva right now in the bank, pretty much empty.
Scan there and you just get an idea of how many mutas are there. As, oh my god, that's not actually fully walled in. I can't believe that.
That is a lot of Zerglings. Kind of runs him a little bit too far. Doesn't get as many kills as maybe he could have.
And nice hit there with the Banelings. Meanwhile, an attack over here at the 4th. Can the 4th stay around long enough? Most of the Lings over here are in that counter.
That is a lot of Zerglings, and it is stopping the mining of his base. In the meantime, we actually have a drop at the 3rd base of Sleep as well, and it cleaned it up for a little bit.
These guys are both getting hit really hard right now.
Yeah, their economy's really taking a beating, but this hatchery Taste is definitely going to be going down.
No 3rd base reclaimed here for our Terran player, Byung. Mutas, Banelings in position. They want to engage this, but they got to be careful. If he loses all those mutas especially and doesn't do the damage he needs to do, Byung's drops are going to be out of control.
Certainly are, and in fact, you know, there are some Widow Mines still up that hill, so he has to be very careful about engaging. He does still have 71 drones, so even though he lost that base, he's still got a pretty solid economy, but he's going to have to remake his 4th, and in fact, he's going to make it up north.
Yeah, although I'm sure he'll make one more down here at the bottom center. Now we have the Terran. Okay, so you guys are going to engage here? Let's see if he actually engages. No, Terran's going to turn around. Sorry.
He needs to rejoin with the rest of his forces. You know, he does have a supply lead. He's got to be very careful with this army. He's almost got 3-3. You don't want to lose a big chunk of army right before you get 3-3 when you're going to be your most powerful against this composition.
All right, we got a big amount of Terran units now headed down here towards... It's funny because he's pushing the 4th as if that was still being claimed, and it's not. Oh no, now it actually is going to be claimed. All right, moving out now. Terran trying to safely throw some Widow Mines, and actually that was more than enough damage. He can come in here and wipe out the rest of that once the mutas come down to meet up. In fact, he might not even need those mutas at all.
Yeah, he's just going to clean it all up anyways. Very nice job here.
And there's actually a big flock of mutas over here, over in the upper right now, going into the main, which is undefended.
Oh, nice job. Starting to take out some reactors. Going to hit Marines as well. He does have 25 mutas, so he can deal with a good amount of units, but the reinforcements do come up and chase him out.
All right, the Lings now coming up here, cleaning up the rest of these Marines. This has been a medevac day today, Artosis. Medevacs,
a medevac day.
Medevacs are always, for the most part, getting away.
They are. Not today, though, Taste.
Not today,
Sleep chasing them down. Killing off 3 or 4 right there.
Yeah, really nicely done.
Yeah.
Looks like the upper left base here, the 5th base you could call it here, for Sleep is up and running. The 4th down here, almost done.
You know, there's still 14 medevacs out. That is so scary. Those things heal so fast you can barely kill them with the Banelings. I mean, that's...
No, it's crazy. It's like every single unit has its own personal medevac. Oh!
Nice. Really nice Baneling on mine. Now he'll have to start scanning more as well, realizing that this is a threat. Sleep doing a great job. He needs to hold on to this 4th base up here. Has to send some units back to save it. Not doing so, though. Looks like he's trying to go for a kill.
A lot of Banes and mutas now coming up here. He's got to keep those mutas together. They're strongest together when they're bunched up. So many Banelings now wiping out the Marines here on the low ground. Now, when those Banelings and Zerglings are killed off, that's when he wants to leave with the mutas. He can't afford to lose those, but he can the Lings and Banelings as long as he's training.
So those 6 Marines that were all damaged without a medevac ended up killing off that hatchery. That is a travesty.
But
right
no
now for
4th
Sleep.
base here for Byung.
That is true. This is really his saving grace, keeping that 4th base away. But his 4th is under attack again. He's got to go down and save it. He is up by supply right now, but he can't have a sloppy engagement.
Well, units are now headed down towards the south. Again, the upper left base is gone. So if Zerg wants to win, Zerg has to be up a base right now on the Terran. or it's going to be too hard for him to recover. Looks like maybe in the last second here he'll be able to save it.
And he's going to have to run once again. Has 15 medevacs and 2 more on the way. Just insane medevac numbers. But does he have enough units? The Baneling's rolling in. The Muta's chasing from behind.
Oh my god, there's so much damage. He should really hit those medevacs.
Yeah,
So
many of them are
damage
about
he's dealt there.
trying to kill off that army,
And he's
though.
continuing to push him back. Sleep playing amazingly here. And no boost just yet, so he's taking out tons of that. Wow.
And it looks like he's killing off just about everything tasteless. Byung is dead. I can't even imagine if he would come back from this, what that would mean.
Well, that would be incredible if he did, but it doesn't look like it's going to be feasible. By the way, not even the wall and finish there at the entrance to that base.
Oh, so rough. An okay Widowmine, not the best. In the meantime, he is killing off every single unit that comes down. 9 more mutas in production. He's up by 60 supply. And this is terrible for Byung.
He's taking out the sensor tower, so it's going to be really difficult to know who's coming at him, or where, or, I should say what's coming at him, not who's.
Yeah, this is going to be like the movie Pitch Black, Tasteless. Everyone's holding their flashlights in different directions. You don't know where the Lings, Banes, and Mutas are going to come in from. But you know that there's more of them than you. And all that's holding them off is the, well, not the lights, but the Widow Mines.
Oh. Okay, nice job there actually taking out those 2 Widow Mines and then backing it again. 168 supply to 94.
Ton of units just streaming across the map. And, you know, this is... It's a funny thing about Sleep. When you think that you're kind of getting ahead by killing his bases off, he still has a bank because his macro is a bit off, which is why you could kill his base.
Yeah.
So then he just kind of remakes the army and can win anyways, so...
Backing out the Mutas for just a moment here, so the Lings and Banelings can come in here. Is there any way right now that Byung can hang on? Sleep just going to back up, only to regather his troops macro back at home. And by the way, look at the money at the end of this game. Much lower, looking fantastic.
Well, Sleep playing a really great series here, Tasteless. Definitely deserving of his victory. I did not expect him actually to make it into the next round with players like Byung.
We'll have to see how far he can actually get in this tournament.
Yeah.
I think the next round is going to be a tough one for him. It's going to be a big deciding factor for him.
He's Dunzo's in the next one, I think, Tasteless.
Yeah.
It's just it's getting too hard. He's done a good job here today, though. Just clearing out with more and more Banelings, keeping himself up by 50 supply.
Note that command center that was taken out the 4th base, that was actually the one from the main, so he's now down to 2 command centers.
Ouch. His 3rd base only has a few mineral patches, too, and they're very, very low.
Muta's now going to come out again. Lings and Banelings, endless numbers that being made over here.
Widowmine not really doing what it needs. So that's really the only way he could get lucky enough at this point is like endless great Widowmine hits.
And is this it? Is that it? It's hard to say.
So. There's nothing left here.
Slowly watching, yeah.
There's almost zero mining.
I didn't even realize, how mined out that base was. We only just saw that.
And Sleep's actually taking another base during all this. He's still got a very healthy 4th mining. So his economy is fine. Whereas Byung is just going to go, I guess, attack with his 60 supply of units.
Well, there's
his 11
no
Marines and 7 medevacs. That's actually his army with 4 Widow Mines.
There's no way for him to actually know that this game is not as close as he might think it is. Uh-oh. Kill these units for free. There you go. Yep, that's it. GG. Okay. Slowed down a little bit there at the end, but overall a great series.
Byung had to try, right?
Of course, you can see Byung reflective right now, probably thinking about his decisions to use those pretty out there builds. For instance, game number 1 with the battlecruiser.
Well, if the battlecruiser had won, wouldn't that have been fantastic?
That would have been a very memorable day. Well, it's over for Byung. He's a good player, but today in this group, in the GSL Code S, the best tournament in the world, he wasn't good enough.
Whereas, in the meantime, Sleep moves on to that round of 16. Can he go to the round of 8? That's a long shot for this guy, I think. It's a very long shot, but we'll see what his group is.
So,
Don't want to
Cupcake
count them out
time.
ahead of time.
Happy birthday, GSL.
Mr. Che pops out of the center of all the cupcakes.
Cool games today.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun day. I really like those last two sets. I think those were both really the best two sets of the night, for sure.
No, I got to agree with you. I wonder about that battle cruiser strat.
I hope we see that again
hope
sometime.
Usually with RTS games, everything starts to cement for what you can and cannot do because the game's so figured out. So
For those of you who aren't construction workers, coagulate. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
It's one of these things where when you see somebody actually going for some strategy that's not in the norm at all, like if it works, it changes everything. That's an exciting moment in that RTS game's history.
Yeah, and that was pretty exciting, but didn't work out. Oh, well.
Well, who went through and who did not go through today? Not a shocker. Our results: Maru just darting out of this group. Sleep. It was an uphill battle, man.
Yeah, that's it was tough, but he really took his opponents to the limit. He 1-2 against Maru, and then 2-1-ing Dream and 2-1-ing Pyong. I mean, he fought every step of this journey.
He really did. So, great games today. Now, tomorrow, same time, same place, we're going to have first Jockji, Haiba, and Flash. Those are going to be some fun games with some different play styles.
I can't wait for Haiba to get first place in this group.
I know, to cheese his way through this.
Flash tries to go 3 command. Haiba's like, LOL with his banelings.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, that'll be tomorrow when we normally start at 6 o'clock.
That's right. 6 p.m. tomorrow night. KST, make sure you're there. If you're not, then you are square.
Be there and watch. By the way, at the bottom of the screen here, you can see who's advanced: 2 Terrans, 4 Protoss, and 2 Zergs.
Seems about right.
Great work today, Artosis.
He's well tasteless. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us on GSL's third birthday.
And again, guys, I can't believe we've been casting this for 3 years. And again, the GSL is a lot more than just Artosis and myself. For the the GOM TV staff works so hard.
Production staff, the entire Korean commentating staff, just everybody. There's so many people, you can't even name them all, that make this show happen.
We all put our hearts into this, and it's been 3 years now. Now we're no longer in this we're no longer in the tiny studio, that was over in Mokdong, which I think did an incredible job of having camera shots that made it look bigger than it actually is. Now we're in this huge studio here in Gangnam. Life's crazy. We're going to keep working hard here at GOM TV to bring you guys the best possible content you could ever ask for here.
3 years. It has flown by. 28 dog years or so. It's never imagined it would be like this, but here we are, and it's been fantastic, and it will continue to be so.
So thank you guys for those of you who joined us at the very beginning. For those of you guys who are joining us maybe just here today or for just this season for the first time, welcome.